Confused. This is the direction where I need to go. Air elementals, but I don't have charm elementals available. Should probably get that Artisan 100 quest done at some point soon. Another use for this graveyard area is to make use of this place here. And that drops us to dungeon level 15 in this 4x4 room, which has a direct connection to that teleporter room on our western side, but it goes around. Dungeon level 15 is kinda... well, I get mixed feelings from it. You start getting some really good stuff at this dungeon level, but you're also going to meet a lot of draining undead and lots of groups that cast nasty spells such as Mortal Sorcerers, Spellbinders and Warlocks and stuff like that. These wisps have been cursed by many a player because they cast that Impending Doom, which is deals like I think 60 points of damage even with 50% resistance, and there are usually two groups of them and they are hostile usually, at least two evil characters. So it's one of those groups that's going to kill you in one round unless you know what you're doing. Luckily I had some experience fighting wisps, so I did not in fact descend the room proper until I had killed most of them, because if you're in that chute, then they're not going to have line of sight or line of effect to you like all the time, so you can take them on a few at a time. And I started using my spell points to drain life from them, so I wouldn't have to regen so much after the fight. But I think I used the wrong spell, or rather I haven't bound Dark Power to any quick button yet. I think I should. We're not going to need the normal life drain anymore because the other spells have become consistently as cheap to use, and we are regaining mana at a fairly decent rate with the cut shell. And we also have hit points regeneration of 20. But yeah, the Dark Power is one of the spells I use against these groups of casters when I really need to stay alive for more than one round, because it can quite often kill like 2 targets from 2 groups, so total of 4 casters, while you gain half of the damage you deal as healing, or something along those lines. It's more powerful on this character than my multiplayer character, because he's stuck at level 90 and I'm at 103. So that's nice. So let's try to meet up with the demon guy. Who's in that room with the teleporter that I referred to as earlier. And we have some nasty undead there. Let's try to fuck ourselves by bypassing them into another room with such an encounter so I cannot easily flee. And like I said, luckily this is single player and multiple player, so I wasn't too terribly stuck, but I did call it, you saw me. And when we enter this room we might see ourselves getting damaged by the ethereal demons there. No, there don't seem to be too many of them. Grimoire of Death. That sounds fancy. Warlock and Cleric. Juicy. And here I was hoping for a silver cloak. But we got something even better. Now I'm just scared that some thief is going to take it from us before we have a chance to return it. Or it's going to be destroyed by slime or corrosion trap. But that's just Demise for you. Wisp encounter there. I'll wait for them to hopefully get nearer to the door, so that when I enter there are both of these groups within impending doom spell range, because I'm not sure. I'm hoping that it'll deal some damage to them and hopefully kill them all. But wisps mightn't be immune to mind damage. I don't know. We'll see. Yep. No effect on group 1. 2 wisps cast impending doom. Total of 100 damage from those 2 spells. And I have 50% resistance. It's painful. We could portal through here. Room with 5 sorcerers. Luckily using ethereal portal in single player means that you get into this stuck situation where the enemy doesn't attack you just yet, even though they're hostile, and approach you, so that you can take your time if needed to figure out what you really want to do. But because it's a room with hostile monsters, you cannot use non-combat spells there, so you cannot portal back. But I guess if you have regen items, you can wait and regen back to full if you really need it. This is quite strange, because these are enemies in group 2, not group 1. And I haven't been here with this character in ages. It might be a leftover from some other single player venture that I wasn't able to kill the pox because they are almost unkillable. But it means that this room hasn't had a chance to respawn since that time. That's what's strange. Some thieves here. Let's check the corridor. We have some enemies that we can kill. Keishumas will kill me if I aggro them. That's the one thing they consistently do in my gameplay, is kill me. Regardless of how powerful I am. They somehow manage to paralyze me and then keep me paralyzed. I don't like them one bit, and those are wisps. So I'm not going to enter that room. But I'm going to enter this room because there's always an earth golem here. And it also seems to have a bounty on its head. That's nice. Only took 56 damage from those 3 spells. I should be able to use Impending Doom to clear that room. Also, some way somehow they managed to cast a spell faster than I did. Call bullshit on that. We have anti-magic room with Draining Undead. Could kill these to get back to full health. That Impending Doom is so useful. And now I'm pinned. This dungeon level has really high chance of encountering groups of Draining Undead. So I'd rather not go there until I have my draining resistance reasonably high. So I think what I'm going to do is try to make my way. There's forest here. There are wisps there. Can I get around them? I can. Can get up here. I could displace myself to that graveyard. Then use magical flight to get to the teleporter. So let's do that instead. And let's do some calculation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11. So it's minus 11 and plus 11. That should get us decent location. Of course, I no longer remember exactly the steps that took me to get to that stud room. Let's say 11 minus 11. These ones are still empty from my previous time I was here. yes, Word of Death. That should be a fairly useful spell. Oh, I have something called Death Drain. It's better than Dark Power. So where is Word of Death? It's here. It's a damage type. Very powerful it looks like. 4 groups, 14 monsters max per group, range of 6. 75 points to cast. That's a good nuke to have. And killing that Earth Golem gives us 10,000. Which is nice. Let's switch our character back to the Warrior Guild. Just switch to Warlock to return that one codex. And I think this is a Magi spell only. Yeah, so we'll ask Magi Test to join. Give that to him. Getting some flashing on the left hand side of this window, which might mean that there's a memory leak. I did notice in the multiplayer that once I had kept the game open for a bit, it started to be slower and slower, so that's what might be happening again. It might be a side effect of playing in windowed mode as well. I guess we'll level up to Warrior 44 and then call it a day. And hopefully I'll be able to record Unlock tomorrow. And I think that warrior 44 was required for something better. Let's see what there are available. As soon as I combine these. Warrior 44. Unit 52 for this. So it's not that one that I'm remembering. Was it steel plate? Yeah. So that's an improvement, definitely. So if that's steel plate, then it's probably going to be steel shield as well. But I don't get to use a shield because I'm using the cudgel. It's not a helmet. It's little gauntlets. No, it's 48. And gauntlets of might are 70. Black cloak. Yeah, sure. This is like 2 points of attack and 14 points of defense with that dexterity bonus involved and 45% training resistance, while this is only +2 dex, so it's 7 and 7. So there's a difference of 5 attack and 5 defense, meaning that this is more for offensive characters, whereas the black cloak is better for defensive characters at that point, even though this one gives you invisibility by default, but I do get it from the cudgel as well. So there's that. It's not Bracers of Strength. Nope. Maybe Girdle of Might. No, it's 66. And these are what, 52 or 58? 52. So maybe it was just the plate mail. And the shield, but we are not benefiting from the shields, so that's out of the equation. Yeah. Let's see what the Tavern Keeper has for us, if anything. Oh, pure Midnight. And a sash. So, nothing really all that useful. I think I have... No, I don't have a copies of pure Midnight, so let's buy that one. Another item with 90% magic resistance is worth it. This is such a good item. And has low, not class restricted level as well. I was fortunate enough to find this in my multiplayer because the Tavern Keeper, like I said before, sells nothing in multiplayer. So it immediately made me more survivable against groups of casters, as long as they were using spells of the magic variety. Although at those dungeon levels that I'm delving, they use elemental spells mainly. So this was my session of getting back to Demise after around 1 year of not being able to play it. Definitely made some progress today. Got the Word of Death book and a Resist Acid spell. Made some levels in Warrior. Our next major milestone will be at Warrior level 66, I think. Yeah, it was fun getting back to this series. Even though this is going to take ages to get anywhere while I'm doing this on camera. Yeah, I don't think there's any quests here that we really want to do. So yeah, until next time, bye.